Maybe she named Hot Girl Patra now. I don't know. Or Queen Patra.
The latest of the latest cutting edge for Wednesday, the 29th of July 2026. So guys, this one, Mutabaruka and Fools a lot in this one. So you wanna stay tuned.
We're there with you next Wednesday night. You know, so rainfall turn up on my area. I tell you, after some terrible thunder, you know, so the rain start. Come on.
Sure.
We give thanks for it because a long time we never see it. And I want to tell you something. Sometime when you know see the rain fall, you want to give thanks it now fall too. Because you remember what took place last year and the year before. But we're there, we're much. Right this moment in time, we are doing much better than some of the countries in Europe. Where eat a kill off a whole heap of them, because you know see them place there. A whole heap of the house them don't have no air condition because they are always cold. But now, heat and fire. Because you know when the place dry like all up here now, when the grass dry, you know, when the sun dry it out, you know, it catch a fire, you know. Yeah, man, I only put them place and the sun cause the fire, man. People live a people more time and the heat cause the fire. But we give thanks that we don't really see no fire up here. So we're there with you, we're going till 2 o'clock, you understand? 2 o'clock we're about to. It sounds like St. Thomas, but I each it come from. God, actually is we, when you say we mean Rastafari community did lobby for them to put it back on the calendar as a respect to those who fought for the emancipation. We're going to take a break and come forward. Yeah, break time. She named Patra lady again. Maybe she named Hot Girl Patra now. I don't know. Or Queen Patra. We're going to take a break and come forward. Yes. We're ready for me, look. I'm going to introduce Lady Patra. Good night, ma'am.
Hey, what's up, Moot? Enough love and respect, man. Long time I've been waiting on this moment.
Like, it's so like when you go somewhere dark.
No, man, you know, I always wanted to be on your show and everything because, you know, I come to your house, you know, we buy your soap, we eat your food and everything and stuff like that, but we really never get the time to sit down and talk about, you know, past and present and everything.
As you talk about food, red gathering, what to red gathering?
Well, because of my career, you know, I'm getting ready to start doing what I do. I'm doing that, but I'm relaunching, reopening. I'm looking closer down to, I was thinking of December, but I said January because I will also have my cooking show, which will be called Hot and Sexy Cooking with the Queen. So it's going to complement everything one time.
So you're going to open another place?
Yes, but I'm doing it in the between New Kingston and Lady Musgrave Road area. Okay. That's where I'm going to be doing it, off the hill, yes.
For those of you who don't know what we're talking about, Lady Patra did have a nice little one-stop place, a red gathering, where down there used to talk with car, we are trying to figure out this way used to down there, but everybody knows that the smell of the food stopped them there. Yeah, and
Chateau Seven Gourmet.
Yeah. It was wonderful. You know,
Yes.
So you say you launch out again?
Yes, you know, I've been trying to do this for a long time and everything, as you know, or maybe hear a couple of things before, but each time I wanted to do it, I realized it wasn't the right time and everything. So, you know, for me, I went on like more like a spiritual thing, meditation and everything, and forgiving a lot of people because I realized that I had to cleanse those things out of my mind and everything, and isolate myself and everything, refresh myself, exercise, create my mind and refresh again. And that's basically what I've been doing. I know that, you know, I'm lucky enough to have a record deal, which is not just a record deal, it's a label deal. It's as if I'm going back to Sony with Orchard Sony, who is dealing with the distribution.
Oh,
But I
yeah.
decided, yes, man. So that's what's going on. And J House Record as well also is a person that hooked me up with them because I had the opportunity of doing the deal straight. But Muta, as you know, the Queen has gone through a lot, so I've learned my lesson to, in order for me to become more educated in this, is to have some cushion in the middle that can deal with the other things.
The
So,
last show me here, you know, was with Tanya seeing about 50.
yes, exactly. We both turned 50, and she was scared to turn 50. And I was telling her, I said, no, when you become 50, it's like more better because I realized, oh my God, I can actually claim back myself. And it's such a new thing, man. That's why I highly recommend that. Woman, if you're in your 50s and stuff, it's really the beginning of it because I was so stressed out in my 20s and in my 30s trying to navigate my way through life and everything. And it's the most beautiful thing now, so I highly recommend a proper diet and exercise, lots of sunlight, and meditation and things like that.
When you say you was stressed out in the early days there,
Yeah.
what caused a sister like you to set up? Because you was a very successful, especially in the 80s. You was a very
90s.
successful.
90s.
Sorry, in the 90s.
Right.
You see me carry away down there, so
Yes.
you
Yes.
were very successful as a sister, one of the only one them who is out there internationally. So
Yes.
where did that stress you? Man,
Well,
music?
no man. It has never been a man ever in my life that has stressed me out ever. Period. Because I don't even like I'm not going around dating people and all this stuff. A matter of fact, when I was going through all the things that I was going through by myself, because it takes a lot of energy to deal with that. That's when I started reading a lot of scriptures and everything. Basically, people need to know this. That I'm not the only person that have gone through stuff as an artist, and it has to do with, people who deal with fears and everything and stuff like that. You just wanted to feel free or feel heard. And some of those things were missing and stuff, and then you feel like you want to live your life in fear because of who people know and everything, and you can't get anything done because people say, yo, don't do that for them people because it cannot be controlled. So all of those things were the things that I've gone through, but fortunately for me, it took me a while because I was in major stress and depression because I didn't know how to navigate myself because people would say, yo, you're Patra, this and that. But I'm happy that people are looking at these things. I didn't also have to take one pill to come out of it. As I said, prayer's done it, communication and patience, because I decided to hold out. And I have good news for my fans and you tonight is that now I get back my master's. For both, I'm getting about my master. Yes, from Queen of the Pack and Center of Attraction. I've managed to work those things out here. No, definitely. But believe me, Muta, it took me almost 20-something years to get to that because, well, out of that year, more than 15 of those, the 17, I was going through a lot. So when I found the Jerk Center place at Red Gallery, it actually heals me because I love to cook, I like to do stuff, I like to call it sexy food and stuff like that. However, that's what I use to actually able to communicate again with regular people, like just everybody from Madman, Busman, this, that, it heals me. It heals me because I was so reserved. I've learned the word ensconced, where, you just isolate yourself and do these things. And by speaking to people again, when the Jerk Center had hit the New York Times, they didn't even know who I was until they found out in the end. And then BET come calling DJ Cassidy, then Get Millie Black, the movie series. And then I said, you know what? I need to relaunch my career. And then during that time, I've done a couple shows in between, and I said, I'm going to take it seriously. And I've had a couple people come at me and everything and stuff like that. But this is the deal that I think was best for me. I think Sony, although Sony was never the problem, so Sony knows how to deal with what I'm doing. And then I have J-House also who have the same vision and know my value. And then the deal that I signed is now a labor deal, not a regular deal.
All right, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
The Patra then and the Patra now, musically, what defines the Patra now different from the Patra then?
It's more humbling, more spiritual. And I said I'm obsessed with nature. I exercise a lot. To say who I am now is a new person, but it's the same sensual Patra. But I'm highly educated when it comes to I need to conduct myself and understand the business. What is it I have to do? And, I just proceed in a different manner. And also, as I said, the most important thing is forgiveness. And for me, it took me a while to forgive. And, because I've held on to a lot, because I left the country when I was a little girl. I got lucky within a year. I was on Sting, and then I got discovered on Sting. That's when Shabba and Ninja Man was clashing. And from there, everything was, so it's like a lamb led to a slaughter. However, it's been a lot, Muta. It's been a lot. But as I said, I also appreciate what people have done. People have invested in me. But, it's always good to treat people like human beings, and because you're traumatized. It's like a trauma, and the trauma never goes, like a scar that stays there, because when you're a teenager, 17, 18 years old, you leave your mom's house. My father died when I was 3. My mom was concerned when I was leaving, but yet when I come to Kingston, I have family and friends who took care of me. And then that's why I have to give my respect to Bunny Wheeler at all times, because I met him at 2B Global, and he took me under his wing and always guided me. So I've always had that mentality of a roots girl, and not taking any crap from anyone and stuff like that. So the struggle was real and is real, but now I'm feeling so blessed, and man, I feel blessed, Muta, because I tell you this, prayers work. And listen, forgiveness also works, because what it does when you're forgiven, the people that you've forgiven, some of them still holding out, 1 or 2 still holding out, but they know, because I let them know. And but the time will come when they will have to, apologize or something like that, because as I said, I'm a good person, and I'm not holding any grudge towards anyone. I just think that prayers can deal with everything accordingly, and that's what I did. So I didn't know I was going to take so long for me to get all my releases and everything and stuff like that. But now I'm free, and I got what I'm supposed to get.
I can ask you something about this forgive. You keep talking about this forgive.
Yes.
What were you doing, or what was someone doing to you for you to want to forgive them? And it depends you so much that even now you still I say forgive.
Yes.
What was it that was done?
It's a whole lot of stuff. Well, it's a whole lot of stuff, and some of the things them I would leave in reserve until when you actually.
Alright, tell me 2 other things that you can say. Tell me 2 other things that you can say. That just. I mean, I kind of know what you're talking about, but explain to the people.
See, deception and mistreatment, those are 2 of the main things. Because you say, main thing, 2 of the main things, but as I said, is that I've grown stronger to know, but still, as a woman now, in my 50s and stuff like that, although people say I don't look like it, which I'm not, but, that's not the point. It's still that there's a scar that's still within me, but as I said, it's slowly going away, because I'm now functioning fully. Because I think I can overcome anything after that, because I've managed to confront exactly about that in a nice way and stuff and thing, and then in a way in which I say very, but it has been rough for me for many years, and I've hid a lot of things from my own families. When I got a little bit sick and stuff, that's when I had to call my mom. That's why I don't let people come around me now. I don't. Man, I'm very much, when it comes to certain things, I have my few people them that I trust, but I love my fans them, because my fans them always. If it wasn't for my fans them, I wouldn't even think of coming back, but it's been overwhelming, and that, because I think about them, I didn't even exit the music business the right way, how I wanted to do it, but here I am. and it allowed me to just be stronger.
All right, I can ask you something now.
Mm.
All of those, I don't know how I say, all those people that you forgive, or that person that you forgive.
Mm.
After so much years, you and them is friends still?
No, it's not friendship. Of course, you see, you have to let go, because a lot of people stubborn.
Yeah.
But when you get back your power and your spirit, all those people also know because, in my dreams, I can, it allows me to live because I communicate through my prayers, because there have always been a higher power to which I roll out to because I have the opportunity to mess up and do a lot of things and stuff, and I make sure go down the path of, making sacrifices. There are things when people who have my best at heart, they want to do a lot for me, but I have to say no because, things are just too overwhelming for me. But because of music, it allowed me to express myself in a way I want to, like right now, feel able to tear it up because things should have just been smooth. At no time, no human being should feel like you're in captivity or anything like that because of the values in which you are, any talent you naturally get from God. You understand what I mean?
Yeah, but
So,
with all the success that you had
mm-hmm.
in them days, it never helped to soften the fall.
No, that's when you run away, from people. Because what I do, a lot of people deal with their things different. You have many people would come out and speak about stuff. That's not in my personality, really, to do such a thing. But the world has changed and time has changed. And when you reach a certain age in life, if you've been scarred as a teenager or up in your 20s and all these things, then you'll be able, when you have the strength and you'll be able to say certain things, then you become healed. Because I tell you, Muta, remember me telling me the roots girl, I don't even want to go in on the Patra, right?
Well, you don't want to go in Patra, right?
In other words, no, when we say that thing, we don't have to talk about my country, but we just going to talk real country, that we hold me the roots girl, the way hold me, the type of people them women hang amongst the Rasta fear and everybody and everything. It gives me strength. That's what I try to tell you. It's like nobody can just come from push over the queen like before. And that's what I try to tell you. Those days are finished. Done. Because I say I'm not gonna be groomed because I've already been groomed. I've done everything that I'm supposed to do, and I will always, even throughout this process, Muta, I wish nothing negative for anyone. Yeah, because we don't live like those things. The bird have to stay where it belongs, So, So now that I'm doing my thing right now, because one thing them couldn't take was my talent, my vocal, my whole body, because that is something given to me.
All right, can we, those who know from them time there until now, what are we to expect in your lyrical contents now? Now that you're over 50, I know that you say you're Queen Patra rather than Lady Patra. And
right.
We know say now we reach a hot girl Patra, but now that you reach over 50, what is the content? What we must expect?
I mean, all the people that need to do is go to the real Patra on my IGP. It's the same Patra, more sensual now, because I told you I'm no longer being caged. And of course, listen to me. The first song that my music is Patra music, which is clean. It's always going to be clean, sensual. But for some reason, I decided that to reintroduce myself to my fans that have been waiting so long. I decided to do this song called No Threat, where I give respect to like Bonnie Whaler, Shabba Yellow Man, General Trees, Ninja Man, who are the people then that actually have an impact on my career. Give me a microphone out there. I remember Ninja used to drag me with him, Yellow Man dragged me in his Volvo with his wife, Rosie, because we're from the same community. And it's General Trees and Black Scorpio. It's just so much respect, and of course, Shabba gives me the opportunity to be on tour with him, and in no time I start telling how much gold records and stuff like that. And of course, Morning Wheeler, the mentor. So for me, reintroducing myself, a lot of people, as you would just say, Muta pertaining to 50 and stuff like that, is that for me, I don't even feel that way compared to when I was in my younger age. It's like it's a whole new person. It's like God just took off 10 or 15 years off of my face and my whole body because I exercise and stuff. Yeah, man, the energy level is a whole different thing. My vocals are better, everything. So if I should sit back and thinking about age when it comes to that I would be dishonest to say that with age come wisdom, because I don't go around talking about that, because no threat. That's why I talk about no threat, because people would say, Patra, yeah man, so like how you up, like you're 50 now and stuff like that. What do you think about these young girls and stuff? And I'm like, I'm not thinking about these young girls. Everybody is doing what they're doing. You know what I mean? So there's no threat. Why would there be any threat? So, and of course, I've been big up the one couple here, of course, who passed away and everything. So I think that it was proper for me to doing that so people understand that I'm always going to stay in my lane, and I respect everyone that is doing what they're doing. But I don't want people to start trying, comparing, because I'm the queen of the pack, isn't it? That's it.
You start already. You start
already. I got right
there. So when you're done with the lady, you got with the queen now.
No, remember saying when we did go to Sony Music, I remember when I walked into the boardroom, that's why I say everything is like a deja vu experience now. I'm supposed to go there and meet them and everything, but I'm finishing up some stuff here, is that when I walk into the building, they would say to me, look at me. And when they look at me, they say, yo, Patrick. And they kept saying, Patra, and I said, you know what? I remember telling my told her, say, guess what? You're so beautiful. We recognize that you're a lady, so we're just going to take off the lady and call you Patra. I swear, that's exactly how the whole thing come up. Right there.
I know you put on the queen now.
Yeah, Queen Patra, like Queen of the Pack Patra. But we do watch this and watch out anything. Madam, I may not get back my chat. Shuffle it at me at the queen of the pack. Look how me cute and sexy like that. And me plant the corn, so them better watch that. You remember that?
No, but I know that me think pan three data out there now where
yes.
At the top of the park.
Right.
We are talking about ladies are gone in the Christian vibes. Spice look like she's going in the Christian vibes, so but she on the top of the park, and Sensei up on the top of the park. So
no.
Yeah, so I say
no, but Mota, I know you always come up with something. No, these young ladies are doing what they are doing.
No, but what I say is that we understand where you do from them.
No, but you see, you can't have queen of listen. There's queen of the park, you have queen of the dance hall and whatever that everybody else is doing. But I don't go around thinking about people where they're at or anything like that. I know my accomplishments. I know my catalog. But I don't do that because I respect all female artists and what they're doing. We just don't do the same music. We just do things different. And everybody, but I don't get up and thinking and say blah, 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 this and that. No, I should think that every female artist should be doing that. And it can't be queen of the pack. It has to be me who be the queen of the pack. And everybody has their own title. But I don't go around looking like, I'm the queen and do this and do that. No, that's not what it is. There's nothing to think about in those areas. Everybody's doing what they're doing. We open the doors to make sure.
So the latest tune we have, it no reflect that idea that there's a whole heap of sister out there, but you is the queen of the park.
No, I'm not your mother. I cannot look at what's going on from a person that's coming from the 90s and thinking that I need to think of what these young ladies are doing or putting myself in that element. It is impossible. I've already passed that thing. I'm not in that threshold when it comes to those things. They have their fans that they're doing their thing for, which is respectable of what it is. And I have my fans that are waiting on me to come back to tell them what I've gone through and what I'm doing and stuff like that. There's a big cake out there for every single one in the music business, especially women, to do what they're doing. But I don't sit at home or think, honestly to God, with all the things that I told you now, you think I would be sitting around thinking about what people are doing?
No, but I hope not. I don't think so. I do that.
No, man. Do you think that all these female artists that are going on the top, they do not have a story like me to tell?
I don't know.
Well, trust me, we all have a story to tell. We all have a story to tell.
I know you and I know ladies are more than all of them.
And then ladies also had a story to tell, and she's telling a story, and
she's
doing what
already.
Right, so the thing is that I don't live my life out in the public domain pertaining to others, but I don't get up as a grown-ass woman taking care of myself, sitting around thinking about what other people are doing. I think they're doing what they are doing, and I'm doing what we're doing, and we should all respect that. Yeah, exactly. No, all these women have their stuff, is, what they're doing. I'm always going to be a roots girl, down to earth. I'm not a hyper person, but I don't go around thinking about anybody at all. I do not, each time I actually hear like some female, because I don't even listen to certain things, period, and I just might just tell you that the truth. But when you hear certain things and stuff, you dance and you pause and things, you don't think of that. It's like, I always remember when I was at Sting with Lady G, what's her name again? And Lady P, which was a good friend of mine, of course, and Sister Charmaine, who has just passed away. Although we were clashing, if you look at it, we were all still supporting each other after they were singing. It's like, okay, we do my part, and then we all dancing and still hyping up the other person, and we know it was a clash. So I'm saying, I'm coming from an era where women are confident. I don't mix up in this thing. No, I don't have the time.
Look at all. Now, what talk to you now, right?
Yeah.
The tune when named Queen of the Park.
Right.
The idea of a queen gone past a lady. Alright. So if I want just call them name and then add queen to it.
Right.
And say park.
Right.
It gives one the impression that there is a pact out there, but you is the queen of the park. Why you laughing?
Then I must laugh because you know the title of my first album that I come out with, Queen of the Park. When
but you come with it now. You know, say lady again, you say queen now. So we know about the queen of the park from them time there. But when I say, when you bring it up front, after how much years? 20, 30 years? Or how much years?
Yeah, man. I don't count the years because I live on the Egyptian calendar. I'm 7 years behind.
Ethiopian calendar 7 years behind. What do you get? Alright. When you come so bam and say you're the queen of the park,
right,
there is a kind of insinuation there.
Right. Well, take it as you may.
Maybe you're not. It's not your intention to do that. But why you laugh?
No, because you know
why I'm going to say.
No, I want you to finish your thing, but I can't laugh. Go ahead, because I know it.
Yeah, when you say no, after so much years.
Right.
And you say it's like the argument with the man them out there of who's the king of dancehall. Right?
I'm not in that. Yeah.
No, I know you're not tonight. You're coming tonight. I mean, yeah. So when somebody hear the queen of the pack, I know what a pact is. It's
right.
Like, and then queen.
Right.
It is insinuating that all of these people out there, but you is the queen of that pack. What is the pack? The female DJ them.
Well, I was thinking of a deck of I was actually thinking of a deck of a card, and when this song was done, I have to big up Tony Kelly as well, because he had some input into this as well. I was thinking of all women, because I realized that I'm going into this international field. I'm up against with all these hip-hop ladies, and everybody treats me well. And I have the braids, and everybody would be like, oh my God, you look like an African queen and stuff and things like that. And when I was growing up, my cousin gave me the name Cleopatra and would tell me that I look like Cleopatra. So it's when I grew up and I started doing my studies, I get to know her history because people would have asked me. So when I say queen of the pack, when I was talking about that, I was thinking about all women back then. So that's the reason why I'm always saying that. I don't go around with titles because each time I do something, it's always for me defending either a woman or it's something for the men. So all the stuff that is going on right now pertaining to titles and stuff like that, those are the people who are into the dancehall part of the thing. So they have their own thing cut out, so they're doing what they're doing. But I'm always going to be the queen of the pack because that's how I present myself, and that's how I started out from day one.
There's something wrong with saying that queen of the pack, you know.
Yeah.
You have a right to say that because you put in your work and you do it from them time there.
Yeah.
But I'm just bringing to you another mindset, another vibes out there. This is how we are going now.
Right.
You come back now to take back your throne.
my throne was not touched.
You know what I mean? You start the clash already, you know.
No, you're not talking about it because it's all a mind thing. If everything is a mind thing, you know, I'm not smart like that, you know, listening to you carefully because I'm saying is that when you're the queen of the pack as a woman in your own mind, it is even the woman who call it the garbage, the nurses, the doctors and everything, is how you perceive yourself as a woman. And how you think is how you really express yourself. Because so a man thinking, so is he, you know. So for me, if I'm generalizing myself as seeing all women as queens, that's how I want women to perceive themselves. When little young girls come up to me, even now or back in the day, as a black girl that wearing braids into the international scene, they come up to me and thanking me for letting them be the person that they wanted to be, like constantly on a daily basis, like even today in my DM. So for me, it's having impact on young girls' life and other women who need to claim themselves and don't be ashamed of who they are. That's how I approach the American scene when I go there. Yeah.
I have no problem with what you say, you know.
No, but just I explain to you.
I am trying to show you that.
Yeah.
You can always be a queen, you know.
Right.
Yeah. And you can always be an empress too.
Of course.
The pop is like define, you know.
Well, I'm not saying I take a card.
No, I know about card pop, man. But the card got king, queen.
I have my own decks of cards. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Yeah. I'm going to have to post it on your page. Don't play with me. I'm going to send it to you.
But I don't play with you. That's why I can't play with you. Anyway, because I tell you, say, that's the year, say, you come forward and feel strong in yourself. That is what you need.
Yes,
because
which is good.
They're not lovely.
No, it's not. It's terrible, and you know, it's like it's unrecognizable because of the era in which I grew up. It's like everybody used to hang out. I used to get so much jokes at the studio every night, just like chill and build vibes. They can come up with so many ideas. So I'm not into this competition or comparing stuff because it couldn't be in my mind. But either way, you know, different generations do different things. But I'm very thankful. Yeah, but I will always stay in my lane. It's always going to be me with my old school vibes with a little bit of upgrade, very sensual, you know what I mean? I'm just doing exactly what I'm supposed to do. But music that make, man and woman feel good and, just being me, myself. I've gone through so much. I just have to focus on me at the moment in order to deliver.
There's one time when everybody has to do that.
Yeah, man, and not just that, and something you don't even see where I'm going. Honestly, 90% of what's going on out there on the internet, I do not know of anything at all because my friends or people would let me know or they just shield me from knowing certain rubbish and all that thing. So it's a beautiful thing. I'm not the type of girl that, I'm on the internet all the time. I don't do stuff like that.
Yeah, well, you come forward now and internet is the place where everything happens. But
Yes, man.
I'm glad to say you never did think of somewhere and say, no, sir, you not go back out there, you have to do what you do. So we're glad
Yes,
to hear
man.
you again. And
Yes.
we hope say, well, me hope say, when we go up on when we see a stage show now, we can
Yes.
come to like a 10-year-old, 7-year-old and say,
Exactly.
yeah, she's the queen of the pop.
Right.
So watch her carefully, maybe you can learn something.
Yeah, man, and it's just a beautiful thing. I just want to big up all the young girls, them, all the women, them, every one of you. Love on yourself, you know, and understand that you can go through, every one of us can go through many things.
Yeah.
But just remember, say, it's just human beings against your spirit. And if you hold your meds and everything like that, you know, things will work out. But you just have to be patient, and that's the word.
I want you to hear a song, yeah, and tell me if you remember this song, yeah. Right?
Of course. I just mentioned it. Listen, oh my God, Gregory, I used to get so much jokes from him, and Dennis going all the time, and I remember the day when he saw me and said, yeah, why not say that's nothing for me? And I was like, what do you want me to do, Mr. Isaac? And I was such a young artist at the time, I couldn't believe it because everybody in the country and say, yo, I'm doing a song with Gregory.
How much you was?
I was 17 years old at that time, and I did it at Castor Brown Studio.
Yeah.
Right at the time when he was here upstairs, and I went in there and I did this song with Greg Rice. And I can tell you, no, I forgot to tell people that I do song with Greg Rice. Oh my God. Yo, Muta, I'm gonna have to look for that now. Just start playing it. This is what I kept saying that.
Goose pimples.
Yo, man, may I tell you that the blessing, you know, the blessing is amazing. That's another thing that I can always have to say. Thank you so much, Muta, for
a foreign.
Yeah, man.
Foreign.
And then I said, man, you always a book up. We book up here, but for some reason we always a book up.
Yeah, I want to catch you a foreign. And yeah, man, it's nice to hear you, and you're on the right track because you have the right people them in front of you and behind you, like Judith Badley.
Yeah, man. Oh man, that's a big up to it always because you see she and Sharon and stuff is like, no matter what I'm going through and stuff, these are people that I can always call. So me doing this journey, there's no way I could make this journey with them. So I was like to the record company, listen, okay, I already have my team booked. That's my team. It's a very small unit.
Yeah. All right, so give thanks.
Yes, man, big up yourself. No trick. Make sure you blaze that, you know. Hey, Muta, you having a black soap?
You having a black soap?
Yeah.
It's a black soap in itself, you know.
No. Fire! We're not kidding.
Which part to the right here you're talking about?
Hey, Jackie!
You think that's the thing I hide, you know? With them right.
Yes, man. Not love and respect, man. All right, blessings.
You know, a couple weeks ago, we bring up the idea of Bonnie Wheeler and his wife, and we was trying to figure out what happened to Bonnie Wheeler's wife. We are on a quest to really find out what happened to Bonnie Wheeler's wife. So we're going to refresh your memory about what we brought up. Son did call and we did have a conversation about it. Up to now, from before Bonnie Wheeler passed, up to now, nobody hear anything about Bonnie Wheeler's wife. Yet still, we know, say, someone out there know about Bonnie Wheeler.
Today, we bring you the story no one would tell. The story of the woman who stood beside a reggae legend for over 50 years and then vanished without a trace. This is One Drop Facts, where we share the stories like we're sitting down together. Ready? Let's roll. Sister Jean Watt wasn't in the spotlight. She didn't tour the world, but she was the heart of Bunny Wailer's life. His queen, his rock, his partner since the Trenchtown days when they'd double date with Bob and Rita Marley. She sewed the Wailers' stage outfits, raised Bunny's children as her own, held the home together while Ja B carried reggae to the world. Then came May 23rd, 2020. Jean was at home in Washington Gardens, Kingston. She suffered from dementia, but always remembered one thing, that she was Bunny Wailer's wife. That evening, the gate was found open. CCTV caught her walking barefoot out of the yard, and she never came back. The family searched everywhere, flyers on every wall, $1 million reward, private investigators. Leads came in. I saw an elderly dread in Montego Bay. She's at the market in May Pen, but everyone was a false trail. For Bunny, the pain was too much. Weeks later, he suffered a second stroke. His health spiraled. He died in March 2021, never knowing what happened to the woman he loved. Some believe she simply wandered too far. Others whispered darker things, that foul play was involved. The family says the lack of sightings looks funny. Underground voices hint she may have been taken. 5 years later, they're still demanding police reopen the case. Sister Jean's story is more than one family's heartbreak. It's a reminder of the unseen struggles behind the music, of the women who give their lives to reggae, only to be left vulnerable when the lights go down. The Wailer family has turned their pain into action, releasing a documentary, holding protests, and calling for a missing persons unit in Jamaica.
Even though it looks sound like they're far, but trust me, them people, they're not easy, Rasta. Them people, they're not easy. The man, them a blow up all water tank them, you know, like reservoirs where the nation needs to have water. Them not easy at all. Every night, some bombing go on. People are dead. Just like that. And then licked after you see them gone, go pray. Or play golf. Or something like that. That's why we know so we can trust them to make things right. We have to just write for ourselves and who they around with, because them not look out for humanity at all. Maybe them is part of the AI with flesh, I don't know. Maybe some AI with flesh. What a thing. Frivolous, you just go and frivolous, and also say the things that get tight and close in. Like you just have no consciousness about nothing at all. You just make them have, you just eat, go to toilet, and go to your bed, wake up. You don't know what is what and what is not. For the ones them who say them young party, girls, party again, girls. Just crazy. You don't see where I'm going. You don't see where I'm going, Rasta. We have a country there near over there named Cuba. If you don't mind sharp, we'll wake up one morning and stay over there and hear bombs are drop and smoke up in the air and all them someday. From which part we there? Yeah, it might look far now. You see it all on YouTube and TV and them something there, but maybe one of them morning we go and wake up in a Jamaica me talk about. And when you look, you say, what going on over there, so? I'm going to hear say some smoke, some bomb drop, some drone drop, and I destroy a country where create them own tablet or vaccination for the deadly disease we come up with the other day. We help a lot of people in a stress. When them couldn't help themselves, or when them help themselves, it wasn't enough. So them go help them. We talk about places all in Africa, especially Africa. them people are no care, no. Them no care. Them talk about them and try defend a certain way of life. No way of life them want to defend is for them way of life. Everybody else's way of life is nothing. They are murderers and liars and thieves from them time until now. And don't feel say so about them alone, you know. You have a country named England. And a man named Churchill. For those of you too young to hear about Churchill, I know about Churchill. Churchill was the Prime Minister of England during the big war them that took place. And them colonized India. You know, Pakistan and India too. The same country, you know. They are the same country, not divide them. More than politics.
In 1943, 3 million Indians starved to death. There was food available. Britain chose to take it anyway. And the man responsible called it India's own fault for breeding like rabbits. This was not a natural famine. This was a manufactured one. Bengal, 1943. Winston Churchill made a decision that would kill millions. Food grown in Bengal was exported to Britain and British soldiers abroad. When Indian officials warned him that Bengal was starving, he ignored them. His response was recorded. Indians were breeding like rabbits. That was his answer. Madhushree Mukherjee spent years researching this. Her book, Churchill's Secret War, documents it using declassified British government records. The records show food was available. Ships were available. Churchill simply chose not to send them. Nobel Prize-winning economist Amartya Sen stated it clearly. This was not a natural famine. Famines don't happen when food is available. They happen when governments choose to let people die. 3 million people starved by choice. This is Yuga Tales. Follow for more of India's buried secrets.
Yeah. These are the things that these people do. And expect we to look upon them. And actually, a whole heap will look upon them.
This one was indeed an interesting reason as it is.